course, I'm Deirdre Mallehe, introducing Canadian talent. And on the show today, we've got Ordain, as you can see, 4 members, Scott, Jeremy, Matt, and of course, Trent. And guys, why the name Ordain?
Ordain basically came from the biblical meaning set apart, which I was a big fan of. And I heard of bands going through dictionaries, etc., for that kind of thing. Anyway, I stumbled upon the Bible and I went through the back of that, and voila, here we are.
Great stuff. So are you the founding member?
Yeah, I started this in 2001 and acquired 3 handsome young men along the way.
Handsome is the word, yeah. All right, so then what about you, Jeremy? You're the only Canadian here? Or?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite an honor.
It is. To be the only Canadian member in Ordain is fantastic. The fact that they picked me out of all the people in Canada to be in this band, it's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, and when did you start performing?
I started playing drums, geez, it's probably been around 10, 11 years, 12 years, 30 years.
30 years.
But yeah, it's been a long time. But yeah, just it's always been a passion.
Right. And what about you, Matt?
Well, some of my earliest memories of my childhood were in Ordain, so it goes back a long way. But yeah, it's been a long time now. Can't remember the year exactly at this point, but I still remember my first time I walked in. I met Scott, my first audition. He sat me down and he put on a CD, and then he left the room. And I was sitting there listening to a CD, and I was thinking to myself, why is he putting on this music by some random band? It just sounded so good. I thought it was like a serious, like, you know, a really big name at the time. Yeah, and it turned out it was Ordain. I'm like, yeah, sign me up. Where do I start?
And what about you, Trent?
Yeah, I guess me and Scott used to jam along in school. We went to school together, playing like Oasis and
all those good things,
Offspring covers and stuff, and just yeah, the opportunity came up, and yeah, Scott said, sort of, yeah, pack your bags, going to move into Canada.
That's right, didn't give much option.
Yeah.
Shame for the indisposed, failed to walk through this open door. Faithless, realist force, trapped within your confining walls. A faded fortune who cries in darkness and is calling another day, another life. To hide behind those eyes, the way it works, sanctified. It suffocates inside. Dictation by those who show, forceful thinker's shadow grows. Claim to know the way. Regression denies your future safe. Faded fortune who cries in darkness.
And you just watched a performance by Ordain. And guys, now talking about Australia and Canada, what are the differences? What do you like and what do you dislike about Canada?
I don't like the snow.
Oh,
number one.
Tell me about it.
I love it.
Okay, there you go. Yes.
The people are very friendly here. It's really multicultural. So, you know, that was a big shock. I mean, I think Australia's multicultural, but man, Canada blows that out of the water.
I've only seen pictures of Australia. But from what I can tell, it's not a bad place. I know the odd person usually goes there for vacation.
But you move. I mean, you travel all the time, right?
That's true. You know, we're always on the move, playing shows around in various places. So we don't really get to settle down for any one place for much too long.
Yeah, but this question is not directed to Trent because he said he loves Canada. Do you miss home?
Yeah, I miss home a lot. But, yeah, we do what we got to do. It's better for us here.
There's also no Tim Hortons in Australia.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I live off of Tim Hortons.
They just put their prices up and I'm shocked. This is my last remaining breath of Canada.
So, okay, guys, when you came on the Hayes FM show, you had Broken Glass out there released at that point of time. Was it well received?
Absolutely, absolutely. When we were going back to towns in the US, you know, second, third time, you know, people were learning the lyrics and people were singing along, and you know, as a vocalist, specifically, there's no better feeling in the world really than seeing people sing back the lyrics that, you know, you've written in your room, you know, 2 years, 5 years ago. It's insane.
Yeah, the last tour, we've done 2 tours now with the Broken Glass album, and the last tour especially stood out for me because we had a lot more returning fans, and it's always cool when you can see familiar faces out there, and especially now the second time around they're singing back to you. It's really cool, and it's even more special when we can play to people that we know, and like it's always fun to play to family and friends, but when we're on the road we don't get to play to them. So when we're out there, we kind of develop new family and new friends while we're on the road. So it's really nice when we can play to them, and then they come to us after the show and we talk like we're buddies, and well, remember last year when we did this, and
right.
It's cool.
Don't forget mine.
The last time that I ever saw your face that way, don't forget mine. And our shadows are replaced by the night. Through the face of what we thought was a lie.
To tell me about touring. How often do you tour, and where do you travel, you know, to perform within Canada, across the border?
Yeah, we've done a little bit of touring. We sort of plan it around, you know, what we've got happening at the time, what we're trying to promote. And we found recently that when we were touring to try to promote the Broken Glass album, it did a lot of things for us that we didn't really expect it to do. It helped our internet presence. So the good thing is a lot of people can almost join us when we go touring because, you know, we'll take a lot of video, put it up online. So it's not just about seeing us at one show in one town. So that's a great thing about the internet these days.
Right. And you know, what I figured out was Trent is the quiet one in the band, yes?
He's also the best looking one.
Oh, yeah?
I think.
Oh, okay.
Personally.
Okay, so he just wants me to say it's Jeremy. Okay, Trent. So,
Go on.
See him without his shirt on or off.
So we're talking about a performance, something you'll never forget.
Well, there's been a lot of performances like that. Like, it's cool just seeing, I guess, new fans. Like, you see their eyes and they're blown away by what we're doing and stuff. But I think for me it was this festival we played in Temple, because I've never played a festival outdoor stage, and like there's quite a lot of people there. And just afterwards we got swamped by everyone.
All the female fans.
Yeah, they wanted signatures and CDs and stuff, and we're just like blown away.
Whispers lie awake to save my soul. Guilty choices standing in a row. Give my aching cries. I'm broken and paralyzed. Traces of my sanity revolt. Fear strikes down on those who hear his name. Those who lived before us place their blame. Live your life of lies. You're broken and paralyzed. Live with all your vanity, no hope. What if the sky fell through where past reunites? No more sorrow, no more doubt you'll find in this life for what's right. I feel this more now that I realize, life comes rolling. It's killing me now. My selfish thoughts.
And so what's it like to be in a all-male band?
I wouldn't have it any other way. I guess I would feel bad when, you know, there would be a female in the band. We're all stinky, man, on tour. Sometimes we don't shower. It gets nasty in that van. So I guess, you know, it's fun. You know, we don't have to censor ourselves.
Right.
In any way.
So who's the creative one here? Who does the songwriting and all that stuff?
We all have our inputs into songwriting. You know, standardly, you know, Trent would come up with a riff, I'd put some lyrics over it, and then we would go from there and bring it to these two guys. If these guys are around, then they help us out. It's
Yeah, we give it the final approval. It's up to us.
Yeah.
So
We're
the quality control.
Oh, yeah?
We
Okay.
run the band.
Okay. No, I
Scott and
got
Trent
it
are just
now.
the looks, we're the brains and
Right.
the talent.
Okay, I've got it now. So what are your plans for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm happy to announce first that we've actually been accepted into Freedom Fest in Texas.
Congratulations.
It's great. It's 4th of July. It's going to be huge. We're playing with the Cherry Poppin' Daddies down in Texas, and they're expecting about 80 to 100,000 people down there. So this is going to be probably the biggest show we've ever done.
Right.
It's once in a lifetime to play that show, you know.
Yeah, and next year when you come on the show, we'll be talking about that memorable performance, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Right. So thank you very much for being on the show. It's been a pleasure, and I've been bothering Scott. Come on the show. So finally we meet. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the very best.